What's goody, YouTube? This is your girl, Emerald Goddess, on Inner Circle Goddess TV. I'm not going to make this video all fancy because it's really just an intellectual exchange. I was supposed to drop this video yesterday, but I have things going on in my outside life, outside of YouTube life. But I do need to make this video. Spirit keeps tapping me on my shoulder. And I was actually going to wait till 11:11 to do this video. I said I was going to drop it yesterday. And then I had a feeling to do it on 11:11. And I was like, you know what? Ain't nothing use in procrastinating and beating around the bush. It needs to be said. Now, disclaimer, I am not trying to get clout. Not in no way, shape, or form. This is not to start any beef. And I'm not bashing anybody. So let's make that clear before I get started. Now, this video is based on spiritual self. I made a couple notes. Yes, I did. Because there's some things he said that didn't rub me the right way. I don't like it. I'm not saying he's wrong. That could be his perspective. Well, it is his perspective. Let's put it like that. Most of the things he said is his perspective. And I did finally hear one video where he said that he's not trying to force anybody to do anything. So that's cool. But sometimes it sounds like you trying to tell people how to live their life and what to do. And telling them they soft and weak. I don't think that's good. But like I said, this is not to bash or to start beef. This is for intellectual exchange, spiritual stuff. So with that being said, let's start with what I have a couple notes on. Now, you talk a lot about sun gazing, and that's nothing wrong with that. Sun gazing is not for everybody. I'm quite sure you know that because you're an intelligent man. You're a very intelligent man. Of course, your intro is very, very annoying to me, but that's your personality standing out, so that's fine. Again, I'm not bashing it. Because you do too much of that spiritual soul in the building, gazer soul in the... You do it too much. But that's just my opinion. You can do what the hell you want to do. But anyways, you talk a lot about sun gazing, right? And you're always telling people that they have to awaken, they have to sun gaze in order to awaken. Your third eye will open, bruh, if you just sun gaze. My nigga, you don't gotta sun gaze in order to awaken spiritually. I mean, I didn't awaken from sun gazing. And I've never really gazed at the sun. I've always loved to sit in the sun, though. I love the sun. Not just because I'm dark skinned, it's just because I love the sun. I love the way it feels on my skin and all that shit. But you don't have to gaze at the sun in order to awaken. Awakening does not happen from you sitting out in the sun or gazing at the sun or sitting out in nature for that matter. Awakening is a mental thing. To be awakened is to become aware. You are now aware of everything that's going on, everything around you. Waking up is not just knowing some spiritual shit. When you truly awaken, you are more aware. And I'm not saying that you're not awakened, spiritual self. I'm not saying that. You're awakened in your own light. The things you're trying to tell people, it should be what works for you. You can't make it seem like it's always going to work for everybody else, because that's not the way it works. Because when you awaken, you're really chosen to do so. The universe chose you to awaken at that time. Let's see. As far as awakening goes, like third eye popping open, a lot of that knowledge is already laying dormant in us. We just got to remember. We forgot. So when we got these new lives, when we signed up for these new lives, they erased any memory that we had. And we have to regain that memory. And yes, you can sun gaze all you want, or whatever you want to do. But awakening is mental. So I think I should bring that to your attention. You keep telling people they should do certain things in order to awaken, in order for their third eye to open. But the truth is, you don't got to do none of that shit. Let's see. And I don't even know if this video is going to be very long, spirituals, though. I mean, the people, look. You're right. This is a matrix. These people are trying to stop us from awakening, but it's impossible for that to happen. That can't be stopped, because we're awakening no matter what they put in the food, no matter how much toxicity they put in the air. People are still waking the fuck up. Why? Because at that point, you really realize that matter doesn't even fucking matter. None of this shit matters. Oh, another thing that you said that I want to touch base on. Let's see. Yes, I wrote notes, my nigga. I wrote notes. Oh, you stated that you should, when you sun gaze, your body starts to tell you that okay, so as you said, when you sun gaze, your body tells you that things aren't good for you. Like, there are certain things that aren't good for you. Well, my nigga, you know damn well that your body tells you that anyway. You don't have to sun gaze to do that. Especially when you really start to awaken, your body rejects certain things anyway. I don't drink milk no more. I don't like that shit. Like, and I went vegan, and I'm doing an experiment with myself to see how it affects, because I know that we can eat whatever the fuck we want to eat. We can. It's all energy. Everything is energy. Everything is interconnected. It's an energy exchange. Now, people that do eat meat, they get those nutrients through a third party. Is it good? No. But most of the shit these days ain't good. They're cloning our fucking food. Half of the lettuce and cabbage ain't real. Meat ain't real. None of this stuff is real anyway. Most of this food is not natural. It's not actually from the earth. You know what I'm saying? So you can become aware without sun gazing, without changing your diet. Because you speak a lot about veganism. But what I've come to realize since I stopped, and don't get me wrong, I love being vegan. Being vegan is good. I'm telling y'all, anybody that wants to go vegan, on another note, off of spiritual, you want to go vegan, darling. That's a good idea. You feel so vibrant. You feel so good. I'm going back vegan, I promise you. Because if I feel better. When you eat meat, this meat has been through so much turmoil and chaos, and all it knows is cagedness and imprisonment. And you're absorbing all of that energy when you eat meat. And I have come to realize from doing my little experiment, you're going to get sick when you go vegan because your body's adjusting. And when you're not vegan, your body still is adjusting. It's still like trying to break down all that shit, toxins and everything. And you feel more sluggish. You feel all of that painful energy that animal had to go through. You feel it all. But that doesn't stop you from awakening if you eat meat. That don't keep you from being pure. That doesn't keep you from expanding. That doesn't keep you from absorbing knowledge, because everything is knowledge. Everything contains knowledge within it. You know? So it doesn't matter if you eat meat or not. It doesn't matter if you sun gaze. Because true awakening is mental. It doesn't have nothing to do with any external thing, any physical thing. It all starts from within. We all got to realize, spiritual soul, we got to realize that we connected with everything in this world. Everything. Even the meat that people eat. The vegetables, everything's connected. You know this. Everything is one. So you don't have to do all that stuff. You can meditate indoors. You can connect with spirit anywhere. You don't have to be out in nature. It is best to go out in nature. I will give you that much. But you don't have to. You're making people feel as though like they absolutely have to do this shit, or they third eye won't bust open. That's not true, because I'm a person whose third eye just popped open out of nowhere, and I was not vegan. When my third eye first popped open, I was not vegan, so you don't have to be vegan. I was not sun gazing, so you don't have to sun gaze. The visual just came to me. You feel me? I just started researching. Spirit tapped me on my shoulder and said, hey, look this up. All the questions I've always had as a child started to be answered. Because what did I seek? Truth. You seek and ye shall find. The Bible is not all the way wrong. I'm not saying you said anything about the Bible. But the way you out here ranting and raving, spiritual soul, you kind of sounding like Nature Boy. I'm quite sure you know who that nigga is. But you kind of sounding like him with all that. You stupid nigga. You fucking, like, you doing all that, saying all that shit to people. I don't think that's cool. I mean, be yourself, yes. Be you, like you be saying. Yes, I agree with that. It's a lot that you say that I agree with. Brother, I think you are very, very intelligent, very smart, but the way you approach, your approach isn't always right. Your approach isn't always right. So, you also said, I remember you mentioning, 1, 2, 3, 4. I remember you mentioning connecting with nature keeps you from getting sick. That's not true, darling. That's not true. Just because you connect with nature doesn't mean you won't get sick. When your body is adjusting to something, you get sick. When your body is trying to adapt to something, you get sick. But at the end of the day, sickness is still mental. It's in the mind. That's why when I feel a cold coming on, I fight it off. Instantly heal it. It goes away. Because I envision myself not sick. But connecting with nature and being out in nature is not going to keep you from getting a cold or something like that. It's not. And if you dig deeper, you know that when you are having spiritual shifts, from within and stuff like that, when you're upgrading, when you're leveling up spiritually, you're going to get sick. It might be a badass migraine. It could be a number of things. Stomach hurting, body aches. I'm telling you, I've been through most of them. Spiritual shifts are a bitch. And you're gonna get sick when you're having the spiritual shift. So you were getting sick, my nigga. And you say you don't get sick. There's people out there who have high metabolisms and stuff like that, and they're pretty good. They're look at me sounding stupid now. The point is, there's people out there that just don't get sick. The word is on the tip of my tongue, it just won't come off. But yeah. Yeah, I just mentioned that. So my little notes, I'm going ahead of my notes. Okay. Oh, and you're always saying stuff about changing your diet. Spiritual soul, my nigga, if you don't get no bigger. I just sat there and I'm living proof. Your diet has shit to do. Shit to do with your spirituality. Because at the end of the day, we're spirit. Because so matter has nothing to do with spirit. What you eat don't have nothing to do with your spirit. Yes, taking care of your body is important. It's very important. Very, very important. But you don't have to be fucking vegan in order to awaken. Because I'm wide motherfucking awake. I'm very motherfucking in tune. I am vibrating pretty high. And I eat meat. Not very much though. I don't eat very much meat. I don't eat a lot like I used to. I don't eat a lot. But your diet, I'm telling you, and I would rather be vegan. But your diet has nothing to do with your spirituality. It plays a part. All these things play a part. When you mention sun gazing, when you mention sunbathing, when you mention sitting out in nature, when you mention your diet being all that shit, when you mention all that shit, it plays a part. But it's not the whole. Because when you awaken, that is purely mental. And everything is mental. Everything. Even sickness. You being sick, that's mental. When you're leveling up spiritually, you're going to get sick. Your body's going to shift. It's going to adjust. Things are going to feel different. But it's all mental. Mental. So stop telling people that well, let me not tell you what to do, but at the same time, I think you should. Let me put it in those words. I think you should stop bucking at people and telling people this is what they absolutely have to do. Because at the end of the day, your journey is your journey, and everybody else's journey is theirs. Nobody's journey is exactly the same. Could be similarities, but nobody's journey is exactly the same. Everybody has their own set, individual purpose. That's why there's so many of us. And reincarnation is real. So that's why you come back to this bitch when you're not done. I just thought I should touch base on those small things. It's not major things. It's just an intellectual exchange. Spiritual soul, my brother. I see you doing big things. Maybe one day I can get there too. My channel ain't that big or nothing. And no, I'm not using you or your name for clout. I just really felt in my spirit I should talk to you about this. Because I hear you say things like this all the time. And I'm like, bruh, no you don't. So I just had to point that out. But whether you see this video or not, I don't care. I just had to put it out there because you do a lot of this. Bruh, if you don't sun gaze, you a weak ass nigga, doc. Like all that shit, like you're funny, but that's too much. And to be honest, I don't think that's uplifting anybody when you tell them they're fuck ass niggas, they ain't shit, or whatever the hell you be saying. I'm kind of paraphrasing right now, but you be talking real fucking crazy to people, and you be making them seem like if they don't do what you do, they'll never wake up. One key thing you did say is you are chosen to awaken. So that's very fucking true. But you're not chosen to awaken when you eat a salad with no meat. You're not chosen to awaken when you walk outside and look at the sun 4-5 times a day. Like, that don't have nothing to do with nothing. I just wanted to clarify that. I'm quite sure you know this. I just wanted to clarify it. Because that's how you talk. That's how you come off. As if you're trying to make people think that if they don't be the way you are, if they don't get like you, if they don't do things the way you do it, then they'll never wake the fuck up. People that aren't waking up are not meant to. And people who are. But it don't come from them sun gaze. It just happens. Awakening just happens. You don't have to be doing none of that. You could have been doing that shit for years before you actually popped your third eye open. Come on now. And mentally they'll tell you, oh, the fluoride in the water and all that is clouding your third eye. Bruh, you have the power. Nothing can cloud you once you pop that bitch open. Nothing can cloud it but you. You're the only thing that's going to close it back. Because you don't want to see. Or you don't want to be in that realm, in that dimension. Where you know that everything is not what it seems. So I just saw 2121. I wonder what that means. I'm going to look it up when I get out this video. But I just wanted to make this as an intellectual exchange. I really, truly am not starting no beef, no clout. I don't care about clout. My channel not that big. I only have 68 subscribers. I'm going to get 1,000 subscribers very soon. My aspirations are high. But, my brother, keep your head up. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing big things. But don't put stuff off on people as if they don't do it, they'll never be like you. Because everybody's path is different. And it ain't always meant to be like yours. Or mine. Not saying you said that. But on another note, family, I hope y'all have a wonderful day. I gotta get ready to go to work, do me a little meditation, take a shower. I'm always up late. That's why I'm doing this video kind of late. Yeah. I hope y'all have a good day. Peace, love, and light. Well, good night, because at this current moment where I am in San Antonio, Texas, it's 8:22. So peace, love, and light to you all. I hope y'all have a blessed night. Stay strong. And I wish you all peace and blessings and prosperity. Sending vibes of abundance. Alright. I got a bunch more on my mind, but I'm going to end this video right here. See y'all later. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to mention. That's why my mind is racing. Soon there's going to be a podcast by my homegirl, me, and another darling sister. We're going to call it Illumination Radio. She changed her name. Kat Anu, the girl I mentioned before, she changed her name to Mommy Tutu on YouTube. So look up Mommy Tutu. She's very inspirational. She's a tarot reader as well as I am. I have more to find out about our other sister, Anna, but stay tuned for our podcast coming up. I'll be broadcasting it, advertising about it in my videos. But until then, y'all have a good day. Peace, love, and light, and spiritual soul. My brother, keep growing. But please, correct some of that.